BTS news. The friendly relationship between two BTS members who are known to be very close, Jungkook and Jimin, is in the spotlight. In just the past hour, social media was filled with speculation and concern from ARMY, as BTS fans are called, about the issue of a rift in their relationship. Jungkook and Jimin, who have always looked like siblings, always protecting each other, supporting each other, and looking familiar on various occasions, are now rumored to have experienced a significant emotional distance. This speculation comes after some fans noticed changes in their interactions in some key moments lately. However, is it true that their friendship is cracking? Or is this just an exaggerated misunderstanding? Here are exclusive search results from a number of people close to them that provide a very surprising view. It all started with a short video taken during one of the internal military events attended by BTS members who are undergoing military service. In the video, Jungkook and Jimin are seen in the same room but seem to keep their distance. Usually, they always talk, exchange smiles, or even make jokes that make the atmosphere cheerful. But this time, the atmosphere felt awkward. Many fans immediately noticed their cooler than usual facial expressions. The moment went viral in a matter of minutes, and fans began to wonder, what's wrong with Jungkook and Jimin? A source close to the two BTS members revealed to Korean media that tensions had been brewing between the two. This is not the first time they have different views, but usually they quickly reconcile. This time is somewhat different. Jungkook looks more introverted, and Jimin tends to withdraw into himself. The source, who kept his identity a secret in order to maintain a professional relationship with HYB, said that this incident was likely triggered by a private conversation leaked to internal staff, which then made one of them feel betrayed. Not only that, a former stylist who once worked with BTS revealed that there have been significant changes in communication between Jungkook and Jimin in recent months. According to her, usually they come together to the dressing room, choose costumes together, and often even flirt with each other. But later, they come apart and interact more with other members than with each other. Jimin is seen talking to Taeyong or Suga more often, while Jungkook is often alone or talking to the staff, he said. Meanwhile, armies from around the world showed various reactions. Some feel sad and hope that all is well. Many also asked all parties not to speculate too far without an official statement. Hashtags such as #ProtectJungkook and #StayStrongJiminJK were trending on Twitter, indicating that this issue really touched the hearts of fans. There are also fans who feel disappointed because they think the media is too meddling in the personal affairs of their idols. They are ordinary people. It is natural to dispute. But don't be a spectacle, one soldier wrote on social media. HYB, the agency that oversees BTS, has not given an official statement on this issue. However, an agency staffer indirectly hinted that what was happening was just an ordinary moment in a long-established relationship. Sometimes in friendship, the distance is necessary to rediscover mutual respect. They're both adults. We believe they will solve this well. The most shocking statement came from a vocal coach who has been working with BTS for a long time. In an interview with an online media, he said that Jungkook looked very emotional during one of the training sessions. He was singing a ballad, then suddenly stopped and looked down. I saw her wet eyes. When I asked, he just said, "I miss when we could laugh carefree." It touched my heart, said the coach. When asked if the statement was intended for Jimin, he simply replied, "I think you know who is meant." Meanwhile, Jimin himself has not given any comments on his social media. However, one of his latest uploads on Weverse caught the attention of many. He wrote, "Sincerity will always find its way, even if it is covered in fog." The phrase is considered ambiguous, but many are sure that it is a reflection of his feelings for the situation that is happening at the moment. Jungkook too. He has not spoken publicly, but he has shared a playlist of songs dominated by sad and longing songs. Among the songs, there was one song called "You Are My Closest Friend," which made many fans speculate that he was trying to convey an implied message to Jimin. A psychologist who is also a BTS fan gave his views on this phenomenon. According to him, relationships like Jungkook and Jimin are very complex. They are not only friends, but also co-workers, relatives, and part of each other's lives for more than a decade. Friendship in the entertainment world is different. They share the pressure, fatigue, and overwhelming expectations of the public. Under such conditions, it is natural for friction to occur. But that's exactly what makes their relationship stronger if they can get through it, he explained. Interestingly, some longtime fans tried to recall the difficult moments that Jimin and Jungkook had experienced in the past. They've been through a tough training period, a stressful debut period, to attacks from haters. But in every phase of their lives, it is always seen that Jimin and Jungkook take care of each other and heal each other's wounds. We must not forget that just because of one cold moment in front of the camera, said a senior army officer who has been following BTS since 2013, the issue has reignited discussions about how celebrities, particularly K-pop idols, deal with social pressures and fan expectations of their personal lives. It is not uncommon for interactions that appear cold or rarely appear together to be immediately perceived as a harbinger of a split. This is a mirror of how fans have high expectations for the warmth they always display. But is there really a split? Or is this just a phase that will pass over time? A former BTS choreographer gave a pretty impactful story. One night in 2017, Jimin and Jungkook had a big fight after training. But the next morning, they came bringing each other coffee and laughed like nothing had happened. They can fight, but they also know how to get back at each other. The story gives hope that if there really is a problem, then the two will definitely find their way home to each other. As of this second, fans are looking forward to clarification from both sides. But behind all this silence, there's a growing hope that their friendship won't end just because of a misunderstanding. Jungkook and Jimin are two individuals who grew up together, through ups and downs. And as Jimin said in one of his interviews, no matter what happens, Jungkook is still my dear little brother. Similarly, Jungkook once said in a documentary, Jimin Hyung is light. Without him, the world would be lonely. An hour has passed since this issue surfaced. The virtual world is still shaking. The hearts of the army are still restless. But amid all the doubts, one thing is certain: the friendships that have been built over the years will not be destroyed just by a small storm. And perhaps, in the near future, we will again see them laughing together, proving that love and friendship can overcome everything. For, as those closest to them say, they meant too much to each other to give up. As doubts and anxieties continue to plague the army world, many fans are trying to go back in time, reliving memories of how strong and deep the bond Jungkook and Jimin built over more than a decade. There's a reason so many hearts are touched by just one cold moment between the two, because their story is not just a story about two idols, but also about brothers who find each other amid the roar of the world stage. One of Army's most memorable moments was when Jimin walked through the night in search of Jungkook, who disappeared due to stress ahead of an important concert in 2018. In the documentary Burn the Stage, Jimin told how he felt panicked and would not have been able to calm down if he had not made sure Jungkook was safe. On the other hand, Jungkook, who often appears strong and cheerful in public, confesses that those moments are when he feels most fragile, and it is Jimin who keeps him strong. Stories like this not only show their closeness, but also illustrate how deep trust and affection are intertwined.